Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got these three smaller triangles, triangle ABD, this triangle BCD, and this triangle ACD are fully confined. This big triangle ABC, as you can see in this diagram, such that these angles are 50 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, and 40 degrees respectively. And furthermore, this angle BAD is X, and this other angle CAD is Y. And now our task is to find the value of this angle X and this Y angle as well. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. Let's focus on this big triangle ABC. We know this whole angle is going to be 20 degrees plus 50 degrees is going to make 70 degrees. Likewise, this whole angle is going to be 30 degrees plus 40 degrees is going to make 70 degrees as well. And finally, this whole angle is going to be X plus Y. So I can write angle X plus Y. And now let's recall the triangle sum theorem. The sum of three interior angles in a triangle is always 180 degrees. So therefore, the sum of these three interior angles must be equal to 180 degrees. So therefore, I can write down angle X plus Y plus 70 degrees plus 70 degrees once again must be equal to 180 degrees. And now we are going to subtract 140 degrees from both sides. This is gone. So therefore our X plus Y angle value is going to be equal to 40 degrees. I'm going to label this as our equation number 1. So therefore this equation 1 dictates that the sum of these two angles must always be equal to 40 degrees. And here's our next step. Now I'm going to label the side lengths. I'm going to label this BD side length as lowercase a, this side length as lowercase b, and this AD side length as lowercase c. And now let's recall the law of sines. A over sine of angle alpha equals to b over sine of beta, and the other way around as well. And we are going to apply these law of sines on these three individual triangles. And now let's focus on this triangle ABD. And we are going to apply the law of sines on this triangle. So therefore we can write sine of angle X divided by side A equal to sine of 50 degrees divided by our side C. And now let's focus on this other triangle BCD. We are going to apply the law of sines on this triangle as well. So we can write A divided by sine of 40 degrees is going to be equal to B divided by sine of 20 degrees. And finally, let's focus on this triangle ACD. And we are going to apply the law of sines on this triangle as well. As you can see over here, we wrote down B divided by sine of angle Y equal to side C equal to sine of angle 30 degrees. And now we are going to manipulate all these three triangles to find the angle X value and angle Y value as well. And now let's focus on this first equation. If I multiply both sides by A, then this equation could be written as sine of angle X equals to A times sine of 50 degrees divided by side C. And now let's focus on this next equation. If I multiply both sides by sine of 40 degrees and sine of 40 degrees on this side as well, then this equation could be written as A equals to b times sine of angle 40 degrees divided by sine of 20 degrees. And now let's focus on this third equation. If I switch these c and sine of y around, then this equation could be written as b divided by c equal to sine of angle y divided by sine of 30 degrees. And now let's focus on this side A, and in our case side A equals to b times sine of 40 degrees divided by sine of 20 degrees. I am going to plug that value over here. So therefore after substitution, our sine of x could be written as our A value is b times sine of 40 degrees divided by sine of 20 degrees times sine of 50 degrees divided by c. And now I'm going to rearrange this b and c together and these other sine values as well. So therefore I can write sine of x is going to be equal to b divided by c times sine of 40 degrees times sine of 50 degrees divided by sine of 20 degrees. And now let's focus on b divided by c, and in our case b divided by c in this third equation is equal to sine of y divided by sine of 30 degrees. So therefore I am going to substitute this sine of y divided by sine of 30 degrees over here. So therefore our sine of x is going to be equal to sine of y divided by sine of 30 degrees times this whole thing. I'm going to write down sine of 40 degrees times sine of 50 degrees all over sine of 20 degrees. So thus after all the manipulations and substitutions, we are ended up with this main equation, and we are going to manipulate it furthermore. And here's our next step. I am going to move this sine of y at the bottom over here. As you can see in this next step, I have switched this sine of y to the denominator over here. And now let's focus on sine of 30 degrees. We know sine of 30 degrees equals to 1 divided by 2. So therefore I'm going to replace this sine of 30 degrees by 1 divided by 2. So therefore this whole fraction is going to become 1 divided by 1 divided by 2. And if I flip this one over, this is same as writing 2. So therefore 1 divided by sine of 30 degrees is equal to 2. As you can see in this next step, I have replaced this whole thing by 2 in the front. And now let's recall the cofunction identities. Sine of 90 degrees minus theta equal to cosine of theta. And now let's focus on sine of 50 degrees. If we use this identity, this is same as writing a cosine of 40 degrees. As you can see in this next step, sine of 50 degrees has been replaced by cosine of 40 degrees. And now let's recall the double angle formula. Sine of 2 theta could be written as 2 times sine of theta times cosine of theta. If I replace this theta and this theta by 40 degrees, then this angle is going to be 40 degrees as well. So therefore this is going to become sine of 2 times 40 degrees is going to become 80 degrees is going to be equal to 2 sine of 40 degrees times cosine of 40 degrees. So therefore in the numerator this whole thing is going to become sine of 80 degrees according to this fact, as you can see in this next step. So therefore we are ended up with the sine of x divided by sine of y equal to sine of 80 degrees divided by sine of 20 degrees. And since these two ratios are equal, so therefore we can conclude that x is going to be 80 degrees and angle y equals to 20 degrees. However, from equation 1, we know that x plus y must be equal to 40 degrees, and we can see x plus y equals to 100 degrees. So therefore, these x and y values are rejected. So therefore, we are going to manipulate this equation furthermore. And now let's recall these co-function identities once again. Let's focus on sine of 80 degrees. So we can write sine of 80 degrees is same as writing cosine of 10 degrees. As you can see in this next step, I have replaced this sine of 80 degrees by cosine of 10 degrees. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this sine of 20 degrees at the denominator. And now let's recall the double angle formula once again. And if I replace angle theta by 10 degrees across the board over here, then this equation could be written as sine of 2 times 10 is going to give us 20 degrees is going to be equal to 2 times sine of 10 degrees times cosine of 10 degrees. So therefore, I'm going to replace this sine of 20 degrees at the denominator by this 2 times sine of 10 degrees times cosine of 10 degrees over here. As you can see in this next step, now we can see this cosine of 10 degrees and this cosine of 10 degrees, they are gone. So therefore, we are left with on the right hand side 1 divided by 2 times 1 divided by sine of 10 degrees. And now let's make an observation. We know sine of 30 degrees is 1 divided by 2. So therefore, I'm going to substitute for 1 over 2 value as sine of 30 degrees over here. As you can see in this next step, I have replaced this 1 divided by 2 by sine of 30 degrees. And this whole thing could be written as sine of 30 degrees divided by sine of 10 degrees. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. And now we can see these two ratios are equal. So therefore, we conclude that our sine of x value is going to be 30 degrees. So therefore, I can write x equal to 30 degrees. And our this y value is going to be 10 degrees. And furthermore, x plus y equals to 40 degrees. That satisfies this equation 1. So therefore, these values of x equal to 30 degrees and y equals to 10 degrees are accepted. So thus our x value turns out to be 30 degrees and y value is 10 degrees. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.